I've just heard the good news, somewhat good news, that Dan Bovino is out and is uh, going to retire. So I couldn't be any happier. As many of you know, or some of you know, I have a 23-year-old granddaughter who lives in St. Paul. Actually, she's in Roseville now, which is between St. Paul and Minneapolis. We relocated her to a more secure location because the house that she was living in was targeted by ICE, and primarily because she had two roommates, friends who were Hispanic, and one of the roommates' parents were abducted by ICE like a day after that happened. We were worried because they had that house. There had been a lot of the young people there were activist types, and I did talk to her this morning. She said, "Grandma, it's just not worth it." And I said, "Yeah, I don't want you to lose your life over this." And but she felt really bad for having to leave her friends, and that she had the privilege. She knew that she had the privilege to do that when some of her friends and roommates didn't. Um, the other thing that she mentioned was that the National Guard is now in Minneapolis, and she said they're doing kind things. They're offering coffee and drinks and support to the protesters and to the residents of Minneapolis. They are not siding with ICE or anything like that. They are there to protect U.S. citizens and to bring peace and order to Minneapolis. But Dan Bovino is out, thank God. Rumors are Kristi Noem is next. Tom Homan is on his way, if not already in Minneapolis. Not that I'm a great fan of his at all, but yeah, anything's better than what's been happening. I will tell you that my granddaughter told me that she has a very close friend who grew up in that area of Minneapolis where Alex Preddy was, uh, I'll say, executed. I watched it. It's an execution. I don't like to use that word, but in that case, it's an execution. I mean, it was sad, tragic, just so disturbing. I don't know if I'll ever forget seeing that. And she said her friend Bella, uh, unfortunately, has gone to two memorials now in her community. The first for Renee Good, and the second now for Alex Preddy. She did say Bella told my granddaughter that Alex Preddy had a beautiful memorial, and it was very moving. And I can't imagine what his family is experiencing right now. I mean, um, but the good news is things are starting to happen, and I think it's because, unfortunately, we all have to face the reality that it's money and power. Corporations are moving the needle right now because apparently, I don't know if you have if you go to the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce website, highly recommend it. There is that letter from all these various different corporations to the president saying, knock it off, basically. Very corporate friendly language. What I thought was cool, my daughter and I were reading through together on the phone all of the corporate names, but in particular Minnesota Vikings and the Timberwolves and all of our favorite professional sports teams were on that list too. So that made me feel really good. And I do know that the Timberwolves were going to be playing a basketball game against the um, Golden Warriors, I think, from the Valley area, and from Northern California and the Bay Area, excuse me, and they canceled the game, and so I really think this unfortunate martyrdom of Alex Preddy. He's a martyr. I do believe that this, for some reason, is a tipping point. Now, we thought that was going to happen with Renee Good. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that two innocent people. And I want to mention too that there was a third young man, African American man in California, from what I understand, who has been killed by ICE as well, American citizen. They just don't have. There's not the video of that, unfortunately. So, and I'm so sorry. I wish I knew his name right now. Um, but one is too many. So, um, so that's why I wanted to come on live. I wanted to let all my subscribers and supporters and followers know that Bovino is out, and I'm hoping the next news we're going to get is that Kristi Noem, she needs to. I don't know what she's going to do in her retirement, but she needs to get out of public service. I mean, she shot her own dog. I mean, come on, who does that? Oh my God. So anyway, um, catch my post. I went to church yesterday, and I want to let everyone here know that um, we have an assistant pastor, and she was doing the sermon, our service yesterday at Presbyterian Church. Her name's Lisa Nelson, and without really specifically saying, talking about the incidents and things happening, because I don't think that we want to politicize or divide our congregation, but um, everyone knew what she was talking about. But she really had a beautiful sermon about remembering that there is always light in the darkness, and that we are that light. God is that light. If you believe in God, if you choose not to, that's fine. We all have a light within us, and I'm hoping that this is over with for now. You know, so um, I hope that Steve Miller's next. Stephen Miller needs to. I don't know where, but um, from what I understand, he has way too much influence in the White House right now. Primarily because Donald Trump's faculties are not real good, and he's making uh, tragic decisions for the people of the United States. So anyway, I am in Colorado Springs, sitting in my easy chair, my lazy boy. But I just wanted everyone to know that um, there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel here. And I will also let you guys know that on September the 29th, oh my God, January the 29th, I'm going to be a part of a Zoom meeting with religious leaders, lay people. It's been primarily spearheaded and led by the Catholic Church here in Colorado Springs, to figure out a plan in a way that the religious community here, the progressive, hopefully not just the progressive community, but the religious community, and will be looking at ways that we can support our immigrant community here. So I will update you guys on that and let you know how that goes. And I would also love to hear about what's going on in other communities that is positive. Um, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So anyway, I'm going to leave with that. I'm happy to hear that Dan Bovino is out. He's irresponsible, and a bad human being. I think we are all children of God, and I try not to talk about people that way, but um, going to answer someday, right? So, but that is the good news, and nice to get a little good news. Um, so anyway, I very rarely do these. I really appreciate everyone here who's here listening. On the other hand, I'm finding it difficult on how to end all of this. So I'm going to say good night to all of you, and let's hope that we hear more good news and less tragic news and less loss of life. I don't know. I will say there was a woman who was interviewed. By the way, I need to let all of you know. I lived in Minneapolis. Love that town. People are wonderful. Just a great group of people. Just if you haven't lived there, if you haven't visited it, please visit. You will love Minneapolis. Go in the summertime though. And it's a beautiful community, beautiful people. Oh my God, I love that town. My husband and I moved to Colorado Springs to help a daughter, and he died of COVID in the fall of 2020. And that was the last place we lived together. So it's very emotionally very difficult for me to go back there, even for a visit. But that was our neighborhood. We lived in that neighborhood where Glam Doll Donuts is. And I worked for the Minneapolis Institute of Art, which wasn't too far from there. I worked for the Democratic Party there too. And it's a beautiful community. It's a beautiful neighborhood. I highly recommend that people visit there. Um, so so anyway, um, with that, I'll say goodbye and thank you guys so much. And please subscribe to the Utley Post for updates. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.